Okay, we're here. Can you all see me, hear me, all of that good stuff? Okay. Make sure I don't look crazy. All right, y'all. We're in the building. We're here in the building. Hey, everyone. Tequila, Isis, Nyla, my love, Shara, Rain Clouds, Donna, Black Magic, El Boogie, Isis, Starry Eyed, my love, Kevin, a lady. Okay, so we're here, we're in the building, and let me get just a little bit more of my snack. I had made some oatmeal. Cause I was hungry, and it's been cold lately, so I'm eating some oatmeal. Give me a sec. And don't mind my ashy hands, because I just washed my hands. Hey, Miss Asha. Okay. So, okay, let me finish the rest of this later. Okay, so let me turn on the light. Hope that's a bit better. Okay, so this reading is a very serious one. I personally, and let me just lay out some ground rules first. Please do not type this person's name in the chat. Okay? Do not type this person's name in the chat. Okay? I don't want nobody to pretend they coming for me, but please don't type this person's name in the chat. I really felt a pull to read on this person and see the energies of this person, because everyone doesn't do things for the same reasons as another person. But I don't know what it is about this person that's really just pulling me to kind of see what's going on, investigate a little bit behind the scenes, right? And see what drives them. So today we're going to be reading on the professional civic servant, the person that says things and you're just like, this person can't be a professional. Like, this can't be real, right? So we all know who that is. Like I said, do not type this person's name in the chat. I'm going to ask Starry Eyed and Kevin to please moderate the chat. I don't deal in foolishness. If you see someone who has typed this person's name, please delete it. And to also kind of help me with the live questions that people may have, right? Because, like, again, this person just irking the crap out of me. Their energy is, and most of the time I don't read on people like this, but something just told me to really, really look into it and see what's going on. So, yeah. And we also will be joined by Nyla, Miss Grown Woman Vibe. So put some blue hearts in the chat for her. She and I talked this morning, and she was just like, girl, he irking my spirit too. And, so she was just like, let's read on him. So Nyla is going to be joining me. I brought my serious deck with me because I just feel like the energies are just too serious to, for my other fluffy decks, right? So I brought this deck with me. Yeah, so hi, Mystery. I'm just looking in the chat. So I also ask that the chat please stay on topic. Try not to derail off into side topics, side conversations, because as we're going to be looking at the questions, answering the questions, reading, things, we want to keep this energy on track. Like, this isn't like a fun read. I mean, if it turns into a spiritual drill, then so be it. But that's not my goal. My goal is to really, really look and see what's going on with this person. So thank you to all my subbies. Thank you to those of you who came from Nyla's recent live. I had to go get myself together and prepare. So let me get myself some oil. And Nyla, whenever you are ready, come on in. Okay, I see you here. I'm going to add Nyla in. So, yeah. Hey, girl. So, and you can mute yourself whenever you're ready, Nyla. Yeah,
Hello.
because yeah, something ain't right. And like I said, I normally don't read on people,
Mm-hmm.
but I just something is irking me. So we're gonna get down to it today. So if you all have any questions, again, I ask if it's possible for Kevin and Starry Eye to kind of keep things going. Maybe one person moderates the chat, the other person gathers the questions for us, and then we'll just read however we read. But I'm gonna start off myself with just looking into his energy, and Nyla, you can do the same if that's what you're called to do. And then we're gonna go into some questions because it's weird too. So,
Okay.
so let me see. Yeah, and like I said, please, 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 let's stay on topic. Let me make sure I got all my cards in this deck first. Okay, I have my cards in this deck because this deck was upstairs sitting on my altar. I had to give it a break. So yeah, let me turn up the brightness on my Mac because I can't see nothing.
All
Hey,
right.
Melanin
Ready?
Gold. Let me just answer Melanin Gold. Melanin Gold, we're reading on the person who claims to be who says that they are professionally um an expert when it comes to um the legal realm, who has been saying and doing some crazy things. Um, so again, that's who we're reading on today, and please do not put their name in the chat. So, all right, let me see. I talk to my spirits, so hopefully they're gonna help me see what's going on with this person. Okay. 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 I shouldn't be so surprised, but let me take a spirit. And
Interesting.
also, mods, if someone comes in here trolling, someone comes in here dusty, someone sex box, whatever it is, get rid of them. I don't entertain all that. I don't got time for that. So, okay, I need to know what this means. Okay. We gonna see what spirit tell Nyla.
You want to know what I got?
Okay, so I just started off with looking at just some of his energy, and however it comes to me is how it comes to me. I got this man got some mommy issues,
Whoa.
mommy and familial issues from his past. Okay, mommy and familial issues, and that's what's bringing the disdain and all of his coming for people. But it's actually turned into I'm not a professional when it comes to humans and mental thing. This man got a whole mental issue going on. There's something there, mental issues, and something that's making him kind of see and feel like it's everybody but him. So, it doesn't surprise me, but actually it kind of does. It kind of does. But as with so many other people, yeah, he got some definite this is stemming from childhood for him. That's what this is stemming from childhood for this person, right? Is this is let me see what this means right here. Mm. Yeah, so what I'm getting is something that his mom or women in his life from childhood done did that has him to the point where he feels as if he needs to get back at people, right? But he's trying to get back at the wrong people. He's getting back at women as a whole and specifically people like this, but he's going about it in the wrong way. His momentum, his energy is focused at the wrong people, right? So let me see what the yeah. This man ain't have no good family life or the conditions there or somebody did something to this man or said something to him that just tore him up. Okay. And that has warped this man. What are you getting, Nyla?
Okay, so I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm in my bathrobe. I didn't, or I could at least put the camera
Girl, that's all good.
on my table, but because I pulled from two decks,
Mm-hmm.
and my first three cards that I pulled, and I had been sitting here meditating on his energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the first card from through the Kipper deck, I pulled the Lover's card
Mm-hmm.
in the upright position. Um, then I pulled the Courtship card reversed. And then I pulled the Marriage card reversed.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's some relationship issues,
Mm-hmm.
um, some dysfunction there, but it's just interesting that all three cards pertain to relationship,
Yep.
marriage, partnership.
Yep.
And so Spirit is telling me, actually, I don't think that this is all relationship, but I do believe that some of this is his actual relationship,
Mm-hmm.
as well as his past relationships, partnerships, uh, collaborations. Anything. I feel like anything that he has involved himself with or collaborated with is failing, and that it's going backwards. It's not serving. It's not fruitful. Now you guys know that, first of all, when you talked about his having an issue with his mom or whatever, that's true, and I have it in his own words. I have audio of him going. If you want me to play it, I can play it. I have audio of him going to a narc retreat, where spiritual whistleblower, shout out to her, was at, and he spoke badly of his mother,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as well as his ex-wife, who we just recently saw is getting remarried. So there's definitely some issues there with relationships with his mom, his ex-wife, and you guys know that he met his current quote unquote fiance. I don't know if they're still together or not, but his current fiance he met in a Facebook group. She's a woman from the Dominican Republic. She lives there now, and he met her in Kevin's Facebook group, and they claim to be getting married, but I haven't seen much posting of them, right? So I was trying to get those three cards, the Lovers in the upright position, Courtship in reverse, and Marriage in reverse, clarified. And so I used a more Rider Waite style.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Under the Lovers card, I got the Page of Swords in reverse.
Okay.
Right. Um, and I literally interpreted that exactly how I read what it meant. He is there's nothing good, and I believe it's his mouth, because swords, you can correct me if I'm wrong, usually has a lot to do with words, talking. It can mean multiple things, but like he runs off at the mouth too much. Number one, it's what he says, I think, that maybe gets him into, like, he can talk his way into these relationships, but he talks his way out of it. And then he got under the courtship in reverse. I got the 4 of Cups in reverse.
Okay. I'm just
And
laughing.
under the marriage in reverse, I got the King of Coins in reverse. He's like, this man he's all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place.
And I would say that a lot of times when people have, not a lot of times, but in this case, I think it's a fair assessment to say that when you have those ill-fated relationships with your parents or something like that, a lot of that usually manifests later on in life,
Mhm.
like you haven't taken care of it, and it manifests in your relationships. It manifests in the outward way with which you speak of people and speak about people. So I never knew, like I said, I don't know anything about this person. I'm literally going off of what is
Yeah,
being shown to me
I literally have audio
Okay.
of him, just trying to act like his mom is some sort of narc, and
Okay.
that she's not humble enough for him because she apparently used to pick cotton.
Okay. So okay, and that makes sense. Like I said, I saw just straight up the mommy issues, which
Mm-hmm.
has turned into the degenerate ish that he says and does today, which makes sense. So I'm just gonna pull some
Mm-hmm.
more cards and just go at it. Here we go again. The same one. Okay. Okay. And I'm sorry, y'all. I have to bring you the messages before they fleet and disappear. So I'm gonna do better at showing you what I'm getting. Um Here's my deck on camera. So y'all can see I'm not like faking or anything like that. Let's see. What does this mean? Okay. 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 That makes sense. Y'all. Okay. 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 So, and I'm just reading more and more and more on his energies and whatnot. So, how I
Girl.
normally read is I lay out 3 cards and then I clarify each one of those cards with 2 underneath. Okay. So, let me look at this and see. So, the biggest thing that I'm seeing that I'm drawn to right now is this King of Wands in reverse, right? Why? This man thinks so highly of himself in his degeneracy, but what he doesn't understand is with what he's doing, these actions that he's taking, and here's the card so people can see. Let me try and get that right there. The actions that he's taking is leading him nowhere fast. This is the 8 of Wands in reverse. He don't understand that the disillusion, the illusions of grandeur, they are here. They are here. He thinks he's out here, or he feels as if his message is out here chomping at the bit of what he feels is what's wrong with women. But he don't understand that the pendulum swings both ways and that detriment is coming to him. And I want y'all
Girl.
to notice this woman here, right? You see her here with her dogs, her attack dogs, because normally it look like this, right? With her attack dogs, baby, the energy gonna come back and it's gonna hit him. I don't know how. I ain't looked into that yet. But it's gonna come back and hit him. Now he didn't painted this picture so much of things going on. Here's the mental issue coming up again. The mental illness that's coming up again. It's right here. But he's created this, it's almost like he's cocooned himself in this mental delusion. Like he feels as if he says the same thing as as many times as possible, it's going to come true. This mental illusion here, this Eight of Swords in reverse, y'all. We have Judgment in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This isn't looking good for his future. It's not looking good for his future because he painted this picture. Woe is me, but he did this to himself, right? Everything that he's doing, everything he's saying, he has done what's going to be his retribution to himself. And I don't know what spirit has planned for him. I don't know what female spirits have planned for him. I don't know what any witches or spiritual workers have planned for him, but it's coming and it's not going to be pretty. Now, right now in the present, he thinks it's all good because people want to talk to him, they're following him. This right here, all these things being thrown in front of him, he thinks that's what he wants, but it's not what he wants. But again, he's doing it from this place of, it's almost like if he feels like he's a martyr, right? You are not a martyr, sir. But this is what he feels like. He feels like he's a martyr, but he fails to realize he put himself in this position, right? Like I understand things as growing up, happens to you as a child when you grow up. At the same time, when you become an adult, it is your responsibility to take care of yourself, right? He's not doing it. But the way his forward momentum is, it's not going to be good for him. These actions are really, really, he doesn't understand that what he's saying and what he's doing has power and it holds weight. And it's propelling him to a future that he does not want. So hand it over to you, Nyla. What do you say? Facts. You there, Nyla Boo?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had my mic muted. Yeah. Okay. So this is really crazy. Definitely this is spirit is real. Okay. Now just remember what you just read. Okay. What I'm gonna start doing, I'm going to take a picture and send you my spread so that you could share it actually.
Okay.
Because baby, I got the Thief in reverse. Then I got Change. And then I got Message of Concern. So when I went in to clarify each card, under the Thief, I got the Four of Cups. Okay. Under Change, I got the Tower. Under Message of Concern, I got Nine of Cups in reverse. This is literally mirroring what you just said, right? The Thief, for me, that denotes deception. That denotes, lying to himself, deceiving others, not being truthful. Okay. Change obviously is the journey that he's on, where he's going, where he's headed. And I do believe, like you said, he believes that he's on the upward trend, right? And then I got Message of Concern. And so again, the clarifying Four of Cups, the Tower card under Change, and Nine of Cups in reverse, which basically is, defeat, failure, all that type of shit, under Message of Concern. It's literally what you just read, but I'm going to send it to you so that you could share the card, or I could I guess I could send it to myself, or I could just take a picture and
do it. So yeah, send it to yourself so you can show it.
Okay.
Ooh, let me not lose all my cards. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of want to look at. I think I kind of want to look back at the childhood, and I specifically ask my spirits to help me see the past and all that, just so we can try to get to the nuances of things, because I don't believe everyone just starts doing things. It's usually something that's been building up, or something that they've been thinking about, or so me see. What is this? Y'all. So y'all see it keeps popping up, right? That's the third time that it popped up. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I got my thing whenever you want to share it, but let me clear my energy and chill.
Okay. So yeah, let me. Okay. This is what this. Let me pull on these. What is this? Let me see. There we go with that. Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. Let me see. How do you do that? Okay, so let me look at this. Let me see what's going on as far as. So, okay. I'm kind of getting the feeling that he was upset, and I don't know, if he comes from the two parent background or not, or if his father was present, if his parents were married, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I feel like a lot of his vitriol kind of comes from him feeling as if, like, I feel like money was an issue. Either money or not having enough, right? Money or not having enough. And he's putting that on his mother. And this is why I'm saying that. We got the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. Chariot in reverse here. So, and again, I read much differently from the definitions of cards. So I read cards and what I'm getting. So I'm getting that he feels like his mother didn't provide enough. His mother or his parents, but this is particularly focused on his mother. He feels as if his mother did not provide enough for him. Did not provide enough for their family life. A little bit of instability there, and he kind of felt as if that not kept him back, but his family life could have been more if there are finances. And I get it, when someone is worried about money, where the next meal is going to come from, or bills or anything like that, it can be hard on relationships, right? Because a lot of people get divorced because of financial reasons, right? Some people have bad vibes with money. Some people just don't have enough, right? But he feels as if his mom not providing enough. Like, that's something else that I'm getting. But I also get that he himself feels that what he's doing is a good way to, how do I say it? Okay, so like it's her getting her just desserts. It's his mother getting his just desserts. Again, he's taking this out on everybody, but he feels that what he's doing is, it's almost like a crusade. Like, if he's supposed to be this knight in this crusade, that's what he feels like he's doing. But again, I feel like all the ways that he's rocking the boat is going to come back, right? And I say that because, like, I fully feel like there are some women who just might hand it to him spiritually. Like, because what he's doing, the scapegoatism, that type of energy, he think it's working. It's not working. It's not working. But I honestly feel like with this right here, I honestly feel like there are some women spiritual workers who are already starting to work on what's happening with him. Um, I don't know what's going to go on, what relationship he's in now. That I don't want to speak on that and say if it's going to pan out or not. But if his current romantic relationship now, if he's in one or whatnot, I feel like that might not pan out either. Again, I don't know, but the fact that this scapegoating crap because of what you felt like you did or didn't have as a child, like you can't put that on all of those of us with the correct chromosomes, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird. I honestly feel like right here, I honestly feel like he might get it spiritually.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm getting, because make no mistake about it. Um and it's not even like, women are better than men or anything like that. When you speak with such vitriol, right? We talk about like balance and all like that. The balance would be removing this person or something happening in his life so that he stops speaking about it. That would be the balance. So somebody gonna call it karma, somebody might send something to him, that is the balance. Like people are just like, well, don't hurt and harm someone. It's not an attack, it's balance. Right? Sometimes you have to destroy to bring something new forth. That is the balance. I honestly feel like it's some women already working on it. So that's that's pretty interesting. Nyla, what you looking at over there?
So if you could share my screen, I
Okay,
pulled while you were pulling. I
okay. Tell me how to do that. Oh, okay, I see it right here. Okay,
Yeah. So you just got to bring it
okay,
in.
there it is. Boom.
So this was we were speaking about the situation, further clarification about his childhood um with his mother. And what I find interesting is that you literally pulled this spread. Okay, so we pulled imprisonment. This is about his relationship with his mother in that situation, right? Imprisonment, change in reverse, courtship, toil and labor in reverse, sudden wealth in reverse,
Mm,
message. And with message, because I was only going to pull 6 cards, so I pulled the last card, which looks like it's cut off, but it says mature man. So again, knowing what we know about Dennis, he had an issue with the man that his mother was with because for whatever reason, she did not allow his father to raise him, which I feel like it was for it was at her discretion because ultimately she did marry a successful attorney who Dennis did not like.
interesting. Okay.
And who raised him and gave him his last name and all of that kind of stuff. So the man that he grew, who raised him, was not his biological father, but still seemed to be a decent man because he took his mom and they got together. But ultimately, the mother and father that raised him divorced, right? And Dennis, I guess, was around the other family. But I said all that to say, obviously, there was money problems.
Okay.
No matter how hard his mother may have worked, she did not have enough for what he thought he should get. I felt intuitively that he envied whatever situation his father that raised him was in once he left. I feel like when the father that raised him left, the money left too.
Okay.
And the mom couldn't get this. This is just what I'm feeling, but it's basically what you said. There was not enough money for him.
Okay. So now on the worldwide tour to just, and you know what else I find interesting? I find interesting that per actions that we know to be true, right?
Mhm.
This man has gone and created an environment for his child with which his child doesn't have both parents in the home. And I don't know what type of life or financial situation the child's mother is in, but don't wish that brokenness or any type of brokenness on other people. You know what I mean? It's almost just like you would think that he knows better, but it's almost like, how can I describe it? Because things weren't the way that he liked growing up, right? That he's imposing this on other people or
He's
another
bitter.
woman. Yeah, like that, it doesn't compute, right? It, it doesn't compute. Yeah, it doesn't compute. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, yeah. Do you kind of want to look at
You can take my spread down.
okay. Let me see. Let me yeah, do you kind of want to look at any potentials for sorry, I said he's a crybaby. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah.
I
Any
actually I want to know because I believe that he did not like Kevin Samuels, who he's
okay,
using for clout. I want to get what his actual true energy is for Kevin.
okay. Let's look and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you go on and pull some. I'm gonna pull some. Let's see, because baby, something. Yeah, and then I kind of want to look at potential future outcomes, predictions, because something. Yeah, and y'all, I am freezing to death right now. I'm gonna have to go get this blanket. I'm literally about to start
Me
shivering.
too. I'm gonna
And
turn.
it is almost 74 in here. Like,
Yeah, I just got cold all of a sudden myself.
okay, what did he feel? Think Kevin Samuel. Okay, what does this mean? I'm getting some inklings, but okay, okay, okay. I pretty much have the answer, but let me look and see. What does this mean? Child. Okay. 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 So this is what I'm getting. Boom. Okay. Mystery 13 has nailed it on from what I'm seeing. Okay. He saw Kevin purportedly on this getting money, right? And remember, when I was just looking at, going into like his background, more about his childhood, remember we saw the Six of Pentacles in reverse, not having enough. This is enough. This is the money right here. Like mostly all of these cards like it's the money cards. So for him, kitten heels, not the slow way, the fast way to fast track some money, right? We got this chariot upright. This chariot is about movement, moving forward, baby. We got this 10 of Pentacles right here. That's that money, baby. For him, it wasn't about liking Kevin Samuels or not. The energy is, and remember, let's not say his name or put his name in the chat. The energy is, he's like, I can do what Kevin did. This is going to be a fast track to get the money. Because remember, growing up, he thinking that it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough money. It's not enough finances. So he out here, he literally out here channeling this man's mantra, this hatred, because let's make no mistake about it. Hatred of women and hatred of black women, that type of vitriol, it sells, it makes money, it sounds good to incels and dust mites, right? Shout out to Queen Cascade. So this right here, it wasn't about liking Kevin Samuels or not. And if he didn't like him, he's just like, guess what? I can do it better. Because for him, Samuels was too much of a kitten. Kevin Samuels was too much of a sassy kitten with the kitten heels. So he's just like, I'm going to bring some maleness to this. They're going to respect the one who presents more male than a kitten, right? Um, so yeah, that was all about taking Kevin's message, vitriol, hatred, repackaging it because hey, people are going to take it from someone who is well versed, who's a well versed civil servant, right? People are going to take it better from a male who was married, well versed civil servant than a kitten, right? So yeah, this was all about copying the flow, copying the vitriol, fast track to money for him. Fast track for money for him because you can go to school to be, civil servant, of his profession, that takes a while though. That doesn't necessarily bring the money quickly. The vitriol, the internet, trolling, all that stuff, that brings money quickly. So that's what I'm getting as far as his energy with regards to kitten heels. So that was, we're gonna take it, we're gonna repackage it. That's gonna be some fast track to some money and to me being seen. So that's what I got for that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, true, true. I mean, to some he does, but the way Kitten Heels would sit like this looks way sassier with the merce, like with the man purse, with the you know extra 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 hella metrosexual. Yeah, this guy presents a little bit more on the straight and narrow than Kitten Heels. That's Kitten Heels looks like Kitten Heels. So I mean, remember I was just saying, like, I really think some people are starting to throw in his direction. I honestly believe that, but it's not necessarily channeling the energy, it's taking the message, repackaging it, and using it for a fast track to money, right? A fast track to money. So, not fragile. Click, not click clad with the boot with the kitten heels. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Nyla? Because yeah. I mean,
Well, honey, I agree with you. I definitely do. Just I'm about to send you my spread.
okay.
Um, let me This is crazy.
Girl, yeah, now we know we've seen them pictures of Mr. Kittens like this. Y'all know we've seen those, right? Let me stick this over here. Y'all know we've seen pictures of kittens just like this, with his leg crossed real tight. Like, child, I got thick thighs, so I can't cross my legs like that. But child, we know we've seen kittens in pictures like this. I don't even sit like that. Me with these French tips, I don't sit like that. So we all know the kitten loved his kitten heels. Okay. Kitten heels was a bad bitch. So
So I have to tell, I did send it to you, but I have to say
okay.
something. I pulled 3 times because I wasn't completely sure. I'm trying to figure out why every time I pulled, I keep getting imprisonment 3 times in a row. And I was also getting
Hey, let me
imprisonment and toiling
say,
pardon.
I'm sorry, let me just say, shout out to this hangman
Mm-hmm.
right here and the high priestess, which I pulled before. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. So we here, baby. We here. Okay.
You're here. Was okay, so I kept pulling the imprisonment card and I kept pulling toil and labor over and over again. So I just kept reshuffling and I keep getting this. So it made me like I'm trying to figure out, is there going to be some sort of issue that this man is going to run into that is going to be work related? Okay, because it's not lost on me again, like you were saying, the high priest is in reverse. Um, the hanged man. Okay, you got the eight of coins going here. I do believe you're right about some spiritual work being done. um I'm in agreement with that. I think that we might end up seeing him suffer some consequences. I really
Yeah.
do.
And
I,
I want
I
to
think
say, I'm
it's gonna
looking
be
at what card is that? Number 23. What is that?
number 23, courthouse in
Okay.
reverse.
Boom, boom. So not
Mhm.
just being a civil servant, but that's where people go to, defend themselves in court. So that
Mhm.
aligns right there, and I'm looking at it parallel across from the eight of coins, baby.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Improvement. Yeah, yeah, the hangman, the toil and labor. Yeah, like looking at what you have there in front of you, I definitely see. I'm just looking at the cards as partners to the ones above and below them, right? So the high
Yes, that's what I
reverse,
did.
the imprisonment, the hanged man with toil and labor, right? So honestly, all this foolishness up here, you doing that to yourself down there.
Mhm.
Stop, L Boogie. L Boogie killing me right now. Y'all getting it in the chat. But yeah, like that right there, and you know, yeah, because and the thing about it is it's not just those who are like spiritual workers. Like I firmly believe that being or saying you're in such a like one of my good girlfriends is a lawyer here in the Atlanta area. And baby, when she steps out, not only does she look the part, right? She looks like her profession. She also presents herself and acts like someone like let me not be acting up out here because you have a professional rep to keep. So the fact that this man is out here doing and saying some of the most dusty, degenerate, hateful, filled with vitriol things out here, what kind of professional are you? What kind of professional are you? Like I said, one of my good girlfriends is a lawyer, and she not doing that. She is not doing that. She is not doing that. And she ain't parading around, like she is, she is married and stuff like that. So she not parading around and she not doing all that. She looks like and acts like what you think a professional of that caliber should look and act like. So, you know,
I
um,
just feel, do you feel like, because like just the more I look at this spread and meditate on it, I feel like he's going to end up getting in trouble for something.
yeah, I mean, it definitely could be. It absolutely could be. Like we also don't know who he has come in contact with in the past.
Mhm.
Make no mistake about it. Some people can let things go, and some people are like a dog with a bone and just wait for the right time for things, right?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like as far as if we're gonna look towards, a little bit of what could potentially happen. Shout out, it's 3:10 p.m. My birthday was Friday. Shout out to the 310. Um,
Oh,
I kind of feel like, and I'm looking at this Princess of Swords again. I'm looking at this again with this Three of Wands. I kind of feel like either his next big idea or next claim to fame is like the catalyst that's gonna bring something to happen. Like it's almost like when people be like, if you get on my nerve one last time, if you one, like the straw that breaks the camel's back, I kind of feel like it's something that he is either going to say or going to do that's going to be the catalyst that starts to bring him this work, right? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. That looked like a little beat down to me. That looks like a tussle, a tussle. Feeling that defeat, a little bit of a tussle. And I kind of feel like whatever is going to happen to him in the future, that's what's going to bring him down a notch, right? People like to be out here saying and doing whatever until they get brought down and then they go be quiet, right? And I chose the thumbnail for this reading for a reason because dust, dust devils, right? They get a little bit of heat, they rise, and then the energy is pulled out from them and then they disappear and go away, right? So I feel like we're either at that apex or we're going to be getting to that apex. And in the future, like he's not going to be a long-standing sensation like Kitten Heels was, right? I kind of feel like we're getting close to the apex or we've already hit that and things are going to start tumbling down for him. So yeah, nope, the action's going to start to die down. Remember, we had the King of Wands earlier. Now we're here at the Prince of Wands. So that's a scaling back, right? We're going from king backwards, right? So we have these two princes here, scaling back into action, scaling back into money. Your cup will no longer be full, okay? Your forward progression, yes, it will be gone. Yes, yes, yes. So I kind of feel like we're at either, like I said, either the apex or almost at the apex, and then this is going to die down with this person, right? And that may come in the form of, you know, whatever. But I kind of feel like we're all, it's very short lived for this person. I don't see this going on I kind of feel like it's shorter than the other, the CW person. I kind of feel like it's going to be shorter lived than that person because that person been riding for a little bit, but I kind of feel like it's going to be even less with this person. So yeah. What do you think, Nyla? Let me see.
I just gotta share my spread because baby. I just unbelievable how in sync the cards are.
What does it mean? What does that mean, Isis? What does mean right here? What does he think? I don't know what that means. Girl, just type it out. Just don't type this person's name.
Mhm.
That's a good question. She
Will
said,
he get canceled on social media?
yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. Let me.
Starry Eyes says all this damn dust.
Yes, child. Yeah, it's. So we have a person. Just to
So
recap, we have. Go ahead whenever you're ready to share.
no,
Okay,
I want you to recap because you're basically that's what I pulled. You're literally pulling. You're saying what I pulled.
okay. So let me just a quick recap. We're looking into the dusty civil servant, and to recap, this man had a childhood in which he didn't have a good relationship with his mother, or he blames his mother particularly for not being able to provide or to give what he thought he needed as a child or what he thought the household needed as a child. And because of that, him being unhealed, he didn't take care of that. He is now taking his hatred and his disdain for his mother and spreading it out into the world, sprinkling his dust on women, right? Calling us, every name in the book. Now, from what we have seen, his star ain't gonna rise too much longer. It's gonna go down. His steam, the heat is leaving. The dust devil is about to disperse. And depending on who and what is coming for him, he could lose his money, he could lose his source of income. He could potentially, get some jail time. And I honestly believe that there are some women, along with spirit, and some women who might be giving him that work, because there's no messy cleanup this way. So that's the recap. Let's see what Nyla has to share with us. Okay, I see what you mean. We'll look at that, Isis. But go ahead, Nyla.
Okay, so we have, as you can see, we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Clarify with adjudication. Page of Swords. I'm sorry, page of that page of staffs, and that would actually be page of wands.
Yeah.
Underneath that we have message of concern, which we should. You got the World in reverse, and then you got poverty. So I mean, I literally interpreted it the same way you interpreted what you just read. Before you even finished, I was already there. He is going to end up losing. He is not going to win. And I've always felt strongly, I don't like to say stuff like this because people can always, because people like to go around saying, he's worth $13 million. I don't believe that. I do believe that this man has some financial issues already. And that it's only going to get worse as his star dies down, which it will. It's like I do believe exactly, which is why I believe that World card is in reverse. He's, that whole what goes up must come down or whatever. He's on his way down. He's on his way down. He's not benefiting from this, and it's just interesting that we keep getting court related cards.
Right.
This is like the third time. So I would expect something big to actually happen.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I feel like again, I honestly feel like, because here's, and I know I say it almost beating a dead horse. There are more people that know and work within the spiritual realm than they would say, than they let it be known. And I honestly feel, just like with the kitten, I honestly feel like kitten heals was the work of some people, right? I feel like that was kitten heals. And I feel like this civil servant might be next. Like, no one can tell me in my spirit that was not the work of some women. Just like, I got that. And we see what happened to Kitten Heals, right? Because I have seen and heard some wild stories of what spirit is doing on behalf of people. Like someone that I was an acquaintance of, she was telling me like how her ancestors like burned down somebody's house. So, like, because they were messing with her. So, spirit can go out there and do some things. Okay. And when people are fully directing that, to get rid of what's creating an imbalance, because this is not normal. This is not normal nor natural to have such vitriol for women, right? That's not normal. That's not natural. Same thing with the guy with the initials A and T. We're not gonna say his name either. Listen, you over there messing with some of them people over there in Europe and stuff like that. They know a bunch of stuff over there too. Okay, so make no mistake about it. Things are the things are thinking. Okay, the things are thinking. Like I said, no one.
Yeah, I mean, the things are definitely thinking. Can we make a special note of that World in reverse, that poverty card? Because that literally means that it's not good. Like, no, it's not. You're not going to be successful. And then the clarifying card is poverty.
Hmm. And that's what I was saying. Like when I was
That's the
looking
drill.
somewhere. Oh yeah, that's a drill. But again, he saw Kitten Hills. He saw that message. He saw the power that it was gaining, the money that Kitten Hills was getting. He took it like, I'm gonna repackage this and I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way because this person's focus is a financial focus. It's almost like one of those people who do some of anything for money, right? And we see these things, right?
Right.
This is good. This is good. This is good for him because make no mistake about it, he's also a man, right? What we have to remember is that every man, even if it's just a little bit, has it's like built into their DNA this ego, right? That ego is built into every man. It expresses differently across every man. But some people, their heads just be like the size of Jupiter. So I believe that I believe he has such an inflated sense of self-worth. Like he wants to be the it man. He wants
Mm-hmm.
to be the it man, and he would do something, anything, and say something, anything to be the it man. Make no mistake about it. He does it. He took Kitten Heels, he repackaged it, but he has also looked at other people, and in his mind, he's like, I'm better than them. Look at the crazy foolery that the man with the initials CW says, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy thinks someone like CW is beneath him, even though their messages and some of the things that they say are similar, right?
Yeah.
He thinks he's beneath him. This man, this inflated sense of ego is not good because when you get to that point, some of y'all would do anything for money and recognition, and this is part of what we're seeing.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's look at I'm probably just gonna do um a couple more questions. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. That was Mr. Hoodoo
Oh,
said to
let me
text.
get that down.
Yeah, yeah. Let's look into because ISIS wants to know what this guy thinks about James Madison, right? And then
I hate y'all.
ISIS killed me. I'm like, what are you saying?
I
Somebody
can't.
James Madison, right? So ISIS wants to know what he thinks of James Madison. And I think it was Donna or someone else who's just like, what did they say? This this person um why he's pretending to be a Negro. So we gotta look at those two things too. Why is he pretending to be a Negro? When it's okay if you're biracial, just be that. Like that's okay, right? So yeah, those are two things we're gonna look at. So let's look first at let's see what does he think about James Madison, and then we'll talk about that, and then we'll pull our cards again on why this man is claiming to be a Negro, and then we can wrap it up from there. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Tequila says there are some women already. Like I know. It's some women who just out there like, they out here doing it. Who said this? This is a good point, Kevin. This is a very, very good point because I saw that on Nyla's wall earlier today. I'm just like, the wool is being pulled. No, it doesn't. Yeah, some people are just yeah. Okay, so let me just know. Renaissance. Renaissance woman, you killed me. Okay, so let me see what he thinks. What does he think of James Madison? Let me not call that woman James Madison. Okay, spirit, you know who I'm referring to. What does he think of? And let's see. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. If this card don't stop coming up, child. Child. Let's see. What does this mean? When I tell y'all that stuff is just following this man, this is like the third or fourth time, fifth time between me and Nyla that this damn card came up regarding this man. Okay, let me see. Y'all crazy. Not Jenna Madison then. Y'all listen, I know the chat be popping, so okay, let me see. What does he think of this person? What does he think of this person? Let's see. Who is this? Lord, they don't stop texting me about my dog. Okay, so what I'm getting is that he's okay with James Madison, right? We know who we're talking about here. He's okay with James Madison, but only because he feels as if he can overtake James Madison. Like, he's not going to compete against James Madison because we know what James Madison is, right? He won't compete with that because he knows that he can't compete with persons of that particular lineage, right? But he does like James Madison because James Madison kind of makes his message easier, right? He feels as if there are people from various angles saying the same thing, that somehow it must be true. He likes it because it's easy. Now, he doesn't like, again, this man has a complainant sense of ego. He doesn't like that James Madison also makes money off of it. But he cool with it. He vibes with it because James Madison is saying some of the same things. But again, he won't face-to-face compete with Madison because Madison, like I said, he don't have vitriol for that, right? Again, I don't know who did something to him. I don't know who. This card is following this man. It's following this man. Again, it's like the third, fourth, fifth time this freaking card that came up, and that is above me. I have nothing to do with that. I promise you it wasn't me. It's above me. He feels like she won't pick up any more traction either. He kind of feels like still he can do it better than her because in his mind he can do it better than everybody else. He feels that he can do it better than her, and he don't feel like she will go anywhere else with it. But he's fine with it. Again, because for him, it's more than one person saying the same thing. It's like an echo chamber. So he feels as well as if other people feel as if they're saying the same thing over and over and over again, then it must be true. That's not the case. But he's fine with James Madison saying it. It's less work for him to do, right? Another echo chamber to spread the message, right? But he feels like as if he'll overtake James Madison at some point. But he doesn't really have like a problem with her. Like to him, she's just like another person out there saying the same thing. So, but yeah, he will never ever go up face to face with a person of that lineage because he know he won't win. So, he's also a coward. He's also a coward. What do you think, Nyla? What does spirit show you?
Okay, I put my screen share up there. Okay. So as we can see, not to be surprised, that adjudication card is coming. Okay. What's been consistent about any of the readings surrounding him has definitely been that this is transitional, that it's a process or whatever. The Fool card is consistent. And cards like the adjudication card, legal cards, or court officials or whatever. But basically, within the Kipper deck, this card is supposed to be like a connector, if that makes sense. And even, I'm like you, where I will read the meanings, but sometimes intuition takes place, and it depends on what is in front of it, behind it, and the overall thing or whatever. So what I got from this is that he definitely would prefer to work with her. That in a lot of ways he's trying to get her attention. He views her more as he wants some sort of relationship with her that he feels like he'll benefit financially, if he can. So he's stupid enough though to believe that, like you said, that he could actually get in front of her audience and shine better than her. And that's ultimately what he wants. He wants to be, in that circle. Because, she's where he wants to be. Okay. Because if we're being honest, she's where Kevin was. Okay. Yep. She is Kevin's successor. That's the house that he wants to get into. But I do believe that he does have a little bit of resentment because he's envious. I believe that some of this is, I believe that which I don't foresee a lot of engagement with them. Maybe I should ask that, but
I don't see it either. And
he wants it though. He wants it.
Oh, yeah, he wants it because remember, this man has an ego the size of Saturn, right? And that's why I was saying, and when I was looking at my cards, like to answer Isis's question, like he's not going to challenge. He can only challenge where he feels he can win. He will never overtake James Madison. He never will. He never will. So he also don't want to smoke either. So he will never try to attack her because just like Nyla said, he could potentially, again, this is a person who will do anything for money. If he can twerk and gain some attention and eventually be on her platform, he would love that. But as far as attacking her or trying to take her out, no, he wouldn't do it. And I can get the vitriol that Nyla's talking about because, again, this is a woman, right? For him, women are beneath him, right? Especially that's that trauma from his childhood. He need to go heal and sit down somewhere. So he will never challenge her. If he could get on there for a meteoric rise, he would. But I don't think she will ever bring him on. Like I don't think she will. That's just my take on it. But yeah, you see, I don't know if you saw my cards, but you see how the judgment is just following this man around. Every time I pull some cards, it's judgment after I'm shuffling. Judgment. And it's above me. It's above me.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I just feel like if they end up working together, that it's going to be short-lived.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's look at one last thing. People have been asking, why does this person keep claiming to be black? I don't know what he's ever said about it in his past. I just heard about the man like what 3 weeks ago when either you or Taz brought this up. I had never heard or seen this man before. Again, my social media is curated to show me like the parrots and cats and vacation spots and what my friends are saying. And none of my friends talk about this either. So I don't know anything about this man. So
So
I don't
is this person because asking why does he claim to be black or is he black? Because I've never Donna said he said he was white. I've never heard him say that he was
yeah,
white. Now
like
that
I said, I don't know anything
yeah.
about this man except for what I've seen on your channel and Taz's channel. So I don't know nothing about him. But who was it? Someone said, someone had asked, Donna had asked this, and then I think Renaissance woman said this. The Dollar
Well,
Tree
so it
man black
seemed like
coffee pot. So
from
is
what
he
I know
a coffee
about
pot?
him, huh?
Is he a coffee puppy? Is he a puppy? Is I don't know.
No, his mother, his no, he's not. His mother is black according to him. They're lighter skinned. He's from the South. His father is black from what I understand, but they may be ethnically different. I've never now he's kind of been sly where a lot of blacks that are not American, you know, that identify with their nationality as opposed to their race so that they can be ambiguous and be black when necessarily. But I've never heard or seen of him saying that he was a white man, only that, you know, he's only said that he was black. In fact, he says that he could trace his lineage back to the 1700s on a breeding farm or something like that. His mother chopped cotton and all this kind of stuff. So T-Town said I thought he was Latin. That's the thing, like being Latin doesn't mean that you're not
Right,
black.
right.
So I wouldn't know how to read on the question, why does he claim to be black? Because
Yeah,
that would
if
be
that's a little ambiguous, then I won't because I don't
yeah.
know. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Oh, she said, "Be this is kids in spring break working her nerves." Somebody send as
Or essence of asset.
some help because okay, yeah, like I don't. Interesting. I've never seen that, so I don't know if you and I mean he's not
Yeah,
really,
I've never seen
but I don't know if y'all
even
can sit
back
down and do
when
something like this.
even like 2 years ago when first started popping off with him, I'd never seen that before. I've just seen him you know, obviously having an affinity towards Latin culture.
Okay.
You know, and it seemed like he would try to fit in with you know, who people we, you know, who you know, what would that basically be a mestizo or a lighter or whiter Hispanic. He seemed to want to fit in with them, but I've never necessarily heard him say that he was white or anything like that. But it's really ambiguous because, again, if a black person says I'm Dominican, that doesn't mean that I'm not black. That just means my nationality is Dominican.
Right.
Or if
Yeah,
they
the
say, you know what I mean?
nationality, race, ethnicity, and
And
culture be kicking
ethnicity.
people's ass.
Mhm.
Right. Kicking people's ass. Like I just don't get it. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I won't read on that. I mean I could, but I'm not trying to drill down into this man's DNA. What do you just child? Okay, so recapping, we both are seeing that there is some potential for his star burning out and dying very soon, if not issues for him to come. Right? So child, okay, okay. I mean, like I said, it's above me. I didn't do it, it's above me. Um, do you think because and I don't think I'm gonna get into that. I'm starting to get a headache right now. So that means I'm pretty much done. Um, what do you think, Nyla? Do you want to read on that or what do you think with this question right
Is
here?
he actually black? Okay, I had started it when she did, and I was just gonna do one card on it. I got the Seven of Cups in the up position. I'll send you a picture of what my Seven of Cups looks like, but I think that he's mixed. Most, you know how you could be
Yeah.
like three quarters black and then something else or whatever. I believe that he's mixed. Um, and interesting, I got the family room from the Kipper deck right behind that. Let me so I definitely say that his mix his race is uh mixed. So let me take a picture just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he's mixed.
I think so too, because like when you're looking into one of those things, I don't know if people still teach when it comes to tarot, is you can kind of pick out a person's features and things like that, depending on what suits you get. So I'm definitely a mix here, with most of the mix being of the darker hue. So, and then we have
Mhm.
just this little bit right here. So he probably is, 3/4 something, 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 something like that. I don't care what he is, but this vitriol, this hatred, that ish gotta stop. So
Mhm.
may spirit bless him in whatever way spirit want to handle it, or if it's some witches or whoever out there doing that work. What gonna do with that? Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So let
listen, we all know what sells, right? This man is so money minded, he would just do some of anything, right? So we know what sells, because there's this perception or knowledge or thought. We know what sells. And, for those of us who are new to understanding how people hate women, especially Black women, I some things are just like disgusting to me now. Like listening, like a lot of like Martin and like all these old TV shows and comedies, because it's just laughing at women. It's making a joke of women. It's women
mhm.
pretending to be like, even Mr. Hoodoo was watching this like 80s movie yesterday, Ski Patrol or something like that. Whatever, those crazy zany 80s movies. And the way that they had the person that was to check on them at this ski resort to make sure that they are doing things right was an overweight white woman. So she was the focus of the jokes, right? She was the focus of the jokes. She was never, she was the trouble. She was what was always coming after them, trying to take them down. So we see it in so many things, just the overall hatred of women. And then when it comes to us, because we are not white, when we're looking through our lens as Black, like we see it. We see it. So it's just like a bunch of stuff like I can't even watch. I don't watch. I can't watch. It's not funny to me, just realizing how much, you know, of a thing like jokes are on women, Black women. Women can't drive. We makeup. We're dumb. Like all like I like it's just so much like I just can't deal with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I put my the what I pulled so I can explain
Yeah.
how, like, tarot
Okay.
basically, in my opinion, said that yes, he is mixed.
Mhm.
And how I came to that conclusion, obviously, that with the Seven of Cups, there's multiple choices, multiple outcomes. It's kind of like a toss up. So pick one. He's all of them. Okay, so not all of them literally, but I feel like that meant that yes, he has a multi. He's not just one race. And then family room was the clarifying card. So I would marry that to, his actual lineage. So I
Yeah.
would definitely say that there's multiple races in his background, in his family. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. So yeah, like I can't watch this. Like, and then especially like when we say that some people are viewing some XYs as, being effeminate or not standing in their masculinity, y'all are going around being Shanae, being Joanna Man, being Big Mama, being all this other stuff. There are little to no movies, videos, such and such of women pretending to be men, right? It's men doing that. So hating us and impersonating us for jokes at the same time, like make it make sense. So you know, I'll leave that there. You know, so it's y'all. It's y'all putting on the wigs and everything else. It's y'all. It's not us. So yeah, Nyla, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share with us? You know?
I do not have any final thoughts to share. This was very, very fun. I
Was.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't you, if you guys don't forget to like, and don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to Q the Eclectic Tarot.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, it
This is
wasn't just Greek. It was a bunch of people, even like in the USA and stuff like that, like back in the day. The men were playing the women parts. So even in that movie, Under Siege with Steven Seagal and like Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey, like Gary Busey was out there dressed up as a woman. So on the ship, like it's out there. That's not us. That's not us. So, but yeah, I agree. This was fun. I thank you, Nyla, for the time today. I know you're very,
Thank you
very
for having me over.
eating portillos. Like I'm so jealous because
That
I
was yesterday, girl. Yesterday, while y'all was on that panel talking and stuff, honey, I was doing the fuck it up challenge on some Portillos. I'm trying to figure out what we about to eat now. I don't know if I want to get some peri peri chicken or just some Mediterranean bowl. I don't know. But Nyla is hungry.
yeah, yeah, I seasoned the steaks. So the steaks are in the fridge waiting for him to get home so he can grill these steaks. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, y'all, like again, thank you all for being here. Let's put some blue hearts in the chat for Nyla. Thank her for her time over here today. If you liked this, if you like more content like this, if you want to stick around, you can sub to me. I'm not a predatory reader or anything like that. So I'm not a predatory spiritual person. Tomorrow, because you all voted to have weekly live readings where I'm answering your personal questions tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Time. I'll be back here answering your personal questions. One question for $10, two questions for 15. So that's tomorrow. And then next week we gotta talk about something, how your spiritual court um be mad at you when you don't take their help, right? There was something that I saw, and we're gonna talk about it next week because this weekend I'm not doing too much for going out with my friends. So we're gonna talk about that next week. So if you like this, like, subscribe, share all the good fun stuff. Thanks again, Nyla, for your time today. You know where to find me, girl. And we'll see what else Spirit wants me to read on. But yeah, so
Alrighty. See you guys later.
with that being said, what'd you say?
Oh no, I was saying see you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys later. Love you all. All right, bye.